Likes that banana, huh?
Oh yeah, we've had her since she was tiny. Johnny brought her home one day. He was working in Worcester. We got the call in Sturbridge, and she was like that big. She's the cutest little thing.
I mean, is this just all this time she spent with humans? Is she's like?
I'm worried about
she's okay?
her because she's pretty chill now because she's known us since she was a week old. So I want to wild her up, but it's harder with her because she's been a single. Like I was saying about trying to. I did have one transferred in from Rhode Island in an effort to get her used to other beavers, but she hated that beaver.
Thanks a lot, Rhonda.
Nice to see you.
Oh, you're going to leave now too. I can see you later. Bye now.
Bye.
Bye.
Nice to see you, Simon.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never seen a beaver this close before. I know all the devastation they do in my town.
And that's the thing, right? So one of my goals is that when you understand and can reason and I don't know, understand the animal, I guess what I'm saying is like beavers, they're just driven to build. They're driven to, she constantly wants to put dams together and stuff. And when we understand how they work, how territorial they are, if you ever have beavers removed from an area, they're going to see a perfect area to build a dam, and they're going to want to build a dam there.
How old would she be?
She's a year and a half now.
Okay.
She would leave mom and dad when she's 2 to 3. So this year she'd be helping mom and dad raise this year's siblings. So she was last year. And then she would go off once her hormones kick in, find a mate, and start damming up other areas. But there's people who build like beaver deceivers that are meant to kind of drain a dam without the beavers
That's
knowing.
what we were talking about that.
Those are the best method because if you don't work with them, you're always going to be fine.
We were having a conversation because I was saying, Tom, you might remember this. In 1998, they banned the cruel traps. Remember the corner bear trap that they banned?
Yes.
And this is 20-something years ago.
Yes.
And essentially what had happened after that, the beavers at the time, especially, I don't know, like all over the state, there was a lot of like a huge population explosion, and a lot of like flooding, like
makes sense.
places. But they were all up in arms because they couldn't figure out a way to trap the beavers because of that law that passed.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
So they ended up like coming up with these, like you said, the deceiver thing. They had like this whole plan to like breach dams differently without
without them knowing. Well, the thing is, they'll fight each other
for territory.
For territory. So if you just kind of leave the ones that are there, they will keep other beavers out. I get a lot of beavers that are from beaver fights that they have.
Now, does that tail? I know this is going to sound funny, but did they really pack that?
They do.
They like use it to pack
You know what else
they
do?
aim the water at you.
Yeah.
Really?
I love it. They've gotten us before.
These guys are awesome.
I don't love it because they poop in that water, and then you get too close.
Yeah.
And they're like, take that.
Tough love.
Yeah, tough love it is.
How heavy is she?
She was. I think she was like 25 pounds last time we weighed her, but it's been a while since I weighed her.
Wow.
25.
See how glossy her fur is?
Yeah.
So she's got oil called castor oil that she releases from her glands that keep her fur waterproof.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
So when you see the videos of her
rubbing
her body all down, that's what she's up to.
Spreading the waterproof. She's like, I've had enough.
It's like a waxed barber coat.
What's her name again?
Nibby. It means water in
Nibby with a K or an N?
American language.
I'm just like blown away that this animal is this calm.
Yes, I know. I know.
Generally, she's an anomaly.
I will say that
they're not all like that?
For abscesses and stuff, I am able to take care of the wounds without sedating them because they usually feel like traps. So they're usually more well behaved when they feel like they're upset. But the point of the page too is to help people to understand the animal. So if they fall in love with Nibby, in some ways they fall in love with all beavers. Like you'll never look at a beaver the same way again after seeing one close up.
I've never seen one close up in my life.
That's the thing.
I don't know if I have either, Jim.
Like you're saying with the porcupines, we live amongst all these animals and we never see them. We never see them.
So Anita, who works in my office as the district director, she's a huge fan of moose. So how many moose are around?
I've never seen
I'm not allowed to
in West Concord. In West Concord Village, there's a little bridge over the Bruce Freeman Rail Trail.
Yeah.
And the river that goes right behind there couple of years ago, there was a moose swimming down.
Get out, swimming?
Swimming down the river.
You got to go there, Anita. Anita drove
Just sit
to
there
New
next to the
Hampshire to look
river.
for
New
moose.
Hampshire,
I went to
gotta
the Moose
say, they have
Alley.
all
There
the
was nothing.
signs.
That's
But there was
right.
one in Westford, but it was sick, and like they had to.
Euthanize?
They didn't put it down right. They had to like.
Yeah, they had one in Westford.
Yeah, sedate it so then they could move it somewhere else because
It's
she was
harder
just
for
finding it
bigger
hard and
animals.
stuff.
Yeah, it's like the bears. Well, Mass Wildlife said you'd be surprised how many bears are actually hibernating right near people's houses and they never know about it. You know what I mean? But they usually try not to interact with us, but we are encroaching more and more on their land, so they learn how to work with us and live with us. But there's definitely interactions that we have with them. It's like the bunnies that people's dogs get, or the beavers that are flooding people's lawns, and there's ways to work with them that I think is less expensive, and it makes more sense because, like I said again, if you remove a bunch of beavers, more are going to take over.
Oh, you went in there, huh?
Oh, yeah.
He's out of here.
She's done. She likes coming out at night.
Just had a banana.
Oh, and she likes being in there?
Like 6 o'clock at night, she'll come out. She'll go swimming.
Oh,
That's why you don't
nice.
see a lot of beavers because they're usually asleep during the day.
I think they're fascinating.
That waterfall you have is beautiful.
Isn't that unbelievable?
How long have you, yeah, how long have
Want
you,
to come and meditate with me sometime?
yeah, I know, with beautiful sounds.
Yeah.
How long have you had that, Jane?
That's been since we had the otters, Emmett and Addie. It's years now. I usually turn it off with her because beavers don't like the sound of running water, but the otters love it. They'll play in here.
Is there a lot of otters in Massachusetts?
Not a ton of them. For rehab, you only get maybe like one every couple of years.
Is it a
maybe
saltwater
2.
and a freshwater?
There are saltwater ones, but we see the river otters, the freshwater ones, yeah. But they're pretty impressive. They play all the time.
Yeah, they're neat.
Oh, yeah?
Raccoons, they're just constantly playing.
You don't have any now, right, Jane? Otters.
No, I was babysitting some last week for another rehabber, but they've left.
Now, is there something that we should know about? Is there like a rhinoceros back here or something?
Oh my God, can you imagine how big
I don't know what else is. I don't know. There's like some other big animal.